Like today, you have to get in front of someone who knows Sir Alex Ferguson absolutely inside out, who's played for him, who knows the man, who's been there on the highs and the lows. And luckily for us at Sky Sports, we have that very man on our books. Here is Gary Neville, and he's been speaking to Jeff Shreed.
As a fan, I'm sad and I'm gutted for the club because it's a day that no Manchester United fan ever wanted to come. As a player who played for him, I think I'm grateful and feel privileged to have worked with the greatest manager of all time. I suppose from here, from our side of things, things become a little less interesting because we've lost an incredible character, somebody who always played magnificent football. That's the first thing we should remember, that every single game that Manchester United played in is a good game to watch, exciting. So I think it's just a loss all round. I was shocked. You know, the rumour mill started, I think, yesterday afternoon and obviously gathered a pace, and you know when Manchester United don't squash a rumour and nip it in the bud, something of this magnitude, you know that basically there's something in it. No one, as far as I can see, knew about this. It's just a personal decision. He must fit. He said it's the right time, and you have to respect that decision. And I think obviously most of us thought, having worked with him for 20 years, that there would be no end. It would just go on and on and on whilst he was sort of fit and well. He completely trusted in his players, believed in them, trusted them, made them feel good, didn't confuse them with too much. Very simple in terms of his instruction, but you knew full well that you had to perform for him, and you knew full well you were playing at a football club that demanded performance. And he took Manchester United from, you know, I grew up as a fan in the 70s and 80s when that club really was a laughing stock, you know, proclaiming itself to be the greatest football club in the world but not winning the league championship. And now he's basically taken them to a point of dominance over 20 years and made it serious about actually winning trophies again in the right style, bringing through young players whilst doing it. It's always been the day that every sort of Manchester United fan will have dreaded in sort of the last 10 years. Don't want this day to come. But the club will always move on. Manchester United is a massive football club. It moved on from the Munich air disaster, it moved on from Sir Matt Busby, it will move on from Sir Alex Ferguson. People say about how will the new manager be able to replace him, there'll be the comparison. It's quite simple: play attractive football, bring young players through and win a championship, and all after that bit, basically the fans will support them, the club will support them. This is not a stupid football club, this is not one of these crazy football clubs that changes the manager every 10 minutes. The new manager will need time, and the club will need time to move on, but they've got sensible people there.
Is it a poison chalice to try and follow him?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I think it's somebody who will be extremely fortunate. They're going into a football club where so much is perfect, not just right, it's perfect. You know, the staff have been there for 15, 20 years. They're grounded in winning. They have a mentality for winning. They have a mentality for standard and how to behave and look. And it really is fantastic.
I mean, the amount of trophies he's won, we have seen so many shots of him collecting silverware. What was he like when he actually got a piece of silverware? Did he come to the dressing room, put it down and say, right, I want to see you lot go again straight away?
He would say that. Maybe not in that instant. Maybe there was time to celebrate, a moment to reflect on celebration. But certainly pretty quickly he would shift on. From defeat and from victory, he would move on and make sure, like I say, that's where the longevity's come from, the fact that he's been able... The job's never complete. The job was never complete, it was always the next challenge, the next phase. And like I say, I think he said in his statement that he's left the club in a good shape, and you look at the young players that they have there, the experience, the people behind the scenes, the coaches, the medical staff, the stadium, everything is so much better than it was 26 years ago.
An absolutely fascinating insight into the man himself from a man who knows him very well indeed, our own Gary Neville. So.